I'm sorry I took my crown off, but it was giving me a headache.
That's
No,
okay.
I did too. It was like right here.
I'm surprised you kept it on so long.
If you wear a
That's the
hat
way to
with
be
it,
the
it
queen.
works.
She might want- she might get
pictures
some.
of them
That's
at
the
the,
truth. No,
you're gonna have to put on.
that's
put it
Nick's
back on.
fine. Nick is
I got
the
video of it.
photographer. Okay.
Sorry, I gotta find my notes and then I'll start.
It usually is.
Oh, gosh.
I feel like I'm a documentarian,
Yeah, you're right. You're more than just.
You watch your mouth.
sorta, sometimes.
Maybe I'll do this so if I get excited and I don't lose my place.
Good idea.
So,
Oh, hi, Jennette.
I didn't bring my paper either, but I remember sharing with you guys even that night that it was hard for me to like encapsulate how I feel and experience Holy Spirit because it's so different all the time. And and I don't know if it's because I was a dancer or if I gravitated toward dancing because of this. I don't know which came first. But I do feel the Lord in my body a lot. And He speaks to me in my body. So, and because of that, I feel like I've had a vast array of experiences. So it was hard for me to like settle on one thing. So I've been pondering, for a whole month, like, okay, what element do I want to try to give a picture to? And different times with the Lord, either in worship or just whatever, sitting in silence and stillness with Him or whatever. I was seeing different images. And then I was just kind of paying attention to how God was showing up for me, over this last month too. And so had different ideas of things that I could do, and honestly thought I was going to go in this other direction. But then Tiana and I were having a conversation, and I'm just going to stick to my stuff because I didn't tell her I was going to even.
Struggling.
I already
What's wrong with
shared this
her?
already. Your treat sucked for me. That's what sparked it.
Yeah, she was just sharing about that, and so we were having a conversation on WhatsApp, sending each other voice messages about it, and then I was in my own quiet time with the Lord, and there was a lot of things that she was saying that were resonating with me about my experience and frustrations with creating art and just this journey in painting specifically, but I think probably other art forms that I've done over the years, and knowing like I'm off center, like these things I know aren't like true, but they feel real, and feeling a little bit ick about, oh gosh, I don't want these things, I don't want these feelings, I don't want this stuff, because I know that this is not what the Lord has for me. But being real though too with the Lord about, but yeah, here they are. So and just allowing Him to kind of meet me in that and talk to me. So I, instead of me trying to remember everything and convey what happened that time, if it's okay, I'm just going to read to you from my journal of me trying to recount what happened to me as I sat there and just felt the Lord talking to me, and like, and then it's all going to lead to what I wound up drawing. So I think what I want to do is pick up here, and hopefully hopefully it'll be enough so I don't have to go through the whole entire thing because there's a lot of writing. All right, I was praying and pondering the concept of God doing things in us and through us. And what I began to realize is he first does in before he moves through. And I think some of my frustration and angst is the wanting the through me, God through me, before the in me, God in me, has truly developed. The God work in me is still developing, and I take it out and I showcase it, and I want affirmation that what God is doing in me is good. I want man to acknowledge or affirm the in me that is hidden and sometimes lonely and I'm not certain about is good or will be worth the waiting of development. Like I fear, what if I emerge out of my basement, which is my studio, and it's crap? What if I invested in all this time and I'm not good? So it's almost like I take the baby out of the womb and I put it on display and I say, isn't she beautiful? Isn't he strong? And people are like, it's a blob. Or it looks like an alien. Everyone is comparing the developing fetus to a fully developed baby or a person that's grown. And so, yeah, you can't compare the thing that should be hidden because it's still developing with the developed. And what is in isn't meant to be through yet. But my insecurities drive me to look for affirmation that talent is there and confirmation that the time investment is well spent. But I'm realizing I'm kind of shortchanging the in me process, the hidden, and what's meant to be hidden and developing in the protection of the womb. The why of art making is first and foremost about my relationship with God as one practicing being like him, one who creates. And the messages or what I create is an overflow of what he is doing in me. The in me is in development, and my messages and the techniques and skills, abilities are all part of the process. My messages are more developed than the form they are being expressed through, and that's okay. This takes time. I need to be okay with the timeline and not pressure myself to get into self-doubt. Just surrender to the work, to the process. Let the in me form fully, and God will then bring about the through me in time. He will cause the contractions to push the baby out when it's time. In me and through me is the ebb and flow of life and creation. So, I mean, I've talked about this whole thing with you guys before, but I felt like just coming to realize, like, okay, it is hidden. I am, like, even my studio is like down in my basement in the back corner. It's in the womb of my house, you know. So much so that when somebody comes down there, it's like startling to me, and I'm like, "Ooh, this is my space. What are you doing?" So I can choose, like in this moment, to say, here's my baby in the process, and you know, and I have to be okay with. There may be people that see a blob, or see the seed and they don't see the oak tree, you know. And there might be some people that can look beyond and say, yeah, that is an oak tree, even though it doesn't look like an oak tree, but they know what it, you know. But I feel like what the Lord was trying to bring me to, what the invitation is to embrace this in me process in a deeper level and not despise it. And to me, when I was thinking about the glory of the Lord, the Ruach, it was like, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I tend to glorify the out stuff, the through me moments in people. It's like, wow, that's dazzling. That's, look at that. Look at what God's doing through that person. But there's just as much significance, if not even more, with the hidden things and what God is doing in somebody. We don't always get to see that. The through me is like the fruit of it. But there's a lot of stuff in all of us, that the Lord is developing. And so to me, I'm like, I just feel like the Lord's like, this is my glory, and be committed to that process. And then it's not my responsibility, or I don't need to worry even about the through me. That's him, that's up to him, that's his timing. All I can do is like really, it's surrender, right? And letting him seed me, letting him impregnate me with whatever he's wanting to impregnate. So that's kind of where I've been ruminating some over this last month. So I was like, all right, that's what I want to draw or picture, or like try to give form to that whole concept. So I did not have,
Drum roll.
I did not have time to paint anything because I took so long to decide on what I was going to do. And then I spent one of my studio session times just looking for images to kind of help. Obviously, when you see it, you'll realize there was no image that any photograph took. But anyway, here's my thing that I drew.
Cool.
So, it's charcoal, and the process is just making a even wash of the charcoal, and then I took a charcoal stick and drew in the image, and then just went in with pastels. I've never messed with them, but I had some in my drawer from my kids, I think, maybe at one point. Because as I was just gonna do it in black and charcoal, but I was like, well, it's kind of hard to tell what the plants were if I didn't have, or the seeds if I didn't have color. So I was like, those are soft. I bet I could blend a little bit for stuff. And then you go in, like this is not any color. I went in with an eraser, and you take out the black to make the highlights.
Wow, that's really cool.
So that's me. And this was just an hour, so sorry. I had visions of, doing this painting and taking all this time, but
I think this
anyway.
is a good medium.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, charcoal.
And the hands are
I think,
really,
yeah, the
Yeah, the
hands
hands are
are, the
pretty.
delicateness of the
They're
hands
so
are really
hard,
good.
yeah.
and those are great.
And it feels like the weight, you can feel the weight,
Mm.
it looks like it has weight.
You can almost feel it growing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I like charcoal. I get the concept of eliminating more than even like putting on, so just having something, then you're just like taking away. Yeah. So.
Awesome.
I thought I remember you saying a couple of meetings ago you don't do abstract, but that's kind of an abstract realism kind of
It's a
look
mix,
to it.
like there's
Yeah.
some, the concept is abstract,
Yeah.
but I mean, her approach is still
But that's
realistic in some ways.
but
Yeah.
that's sort of, isn't that kind of pushing outside your comfort zone?
No, I mean, I've got all kinds of crazy ideas of stuff. You know. I've never wanted to, I don't want to paint or do art that it's like, well, that could have been a photograph or that's a realistic, you know, I want to, I don't know, because God doesn't show me like concepts that are things that you can just see in the natural, you know, so I just don't have the technique always to convey stuff. So, and you know, the gift of Artist Collective, like twice now, I've had to do something fast, you know, the one time that we did stuff during, and when I can't fuss and make, you know, and I'm just like, I knew I had an hour on Monday night and I was like, I cannot show up to Artist Collective and not have something to show. So I was like, this is the only time I have, because we had class last
Emotionally
night.
healthy spirituality to show up without something though. Like,
Yeah,
so you don't feel the pressure, but
right. But I was like,
Somebody applied his class.
I could sit down and watch TV, or I could go down to the studio and try to do something. I was like, I don't know. I was fully okay with coming with it not being done or whatever, but I was just like, I'm whipping this out. I'm not gonna fuss. Or, you know, I wasn't measuring. I'm just like looking at. There was a picture of a girl with her belly, and I'm just like, I'm like, I don't need to finish that arm. We'll just keep it loose and whatever.
you really need the progression to kind of show growth.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're like, what is that?
I know, because
Yeah.
I was just gonna do the one, and then I was like,
Yep.
that looks like a weird alien. But like, just like I said in my thing.
I've tried to draw a seedling
Uh-huh.
before too, and I'm like, it's weird. It can be weird, and like you almost need to see the progression and the ground, and that, you know, to know that it's like, oh, those are roots or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to do like, obviously the image was real, like this one
It's
was
gonna
a
get real
real.
awkward for her when it gets bigger.
It's gonna bust out
Out
her
the
belly button.
Right.
A sprout.
Anyway, it had dirt, you know, and I was like, I don't want to do that. So I was just like, I'm just gonna make the, what do you call it? What is it
Silhouette.
called? No, the placenta,
Oh.
just dirt. Yes. That's weird. I don't know. Anyway, that's my thing.
Cool.
So.
That's amazing that you do that in an hour.
Right?
So I'm saying, when I'm like, when I can't fuss, I can actually
Pretty good.
do things faster.
How do we keep you from fussing?
Yeah.
I know.
Like, ooh.
We're not gonna allow you to fuss anymore. You're not allowed to fuss.
Well, it's probably good sometimes because that's when you get the muscle memory of how to do stuff. But then
Yeah.
sort of like, okay, now you have the skill push you to
Mhm.
actually just do something.
Yeah. I mean, there wasn't a lot to it, thankfully. Because there was another picture where you could see more of her arms and hands of this other pregnant lady, and I was like, I will just, the less hands we have to do, the better.
Well, the hands are really
Yeah,
good.
the hands are good.
And hands are really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, you just can't look at things like things. You just have to look for the shapes.
Light and shadows.
Mhm.
Way to go.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Good job. Yeah, we would have made you feel bad if you showed up empty-handed.
Endless season.
After he was like, emotionally healthy spirituality with me.
What is this?
I didn't want to set too much of a precedent. So,
Why do you feel pressure that you have to do something?
I didn't feel pressure. I just didn't want to not participate, you know, when we were asked to do something. And like, I can. We can do something.